tip-off underway, and it goes to the Altavista Colonels. Eric Poindexter has it. They get in the corner to Josh Walker as the lights go out again. I don't think it's on purpose this time. Rebound comes down to Demetrius Johnson. Johnson goes up, and he's mugged by about 3 General defenders. The lights continue to flicker on and off, back and forth, Bob, although that has nothing to do with the game. The players didn't seem to notice at all.
Yeah, I think the referees noticed a little bit.
Yeah. Coach Cardellaro and Mr. Evans, one of the officials, are having a laugh about it, and I think they're going to tell Demetrius Johnson just to wait a second while we get the lights figured out. Now they pass the ball to Johnson on the foul line.
Fouls against Harrison, picked up his first in a mere matter of moments, and that's not the guy you want in early foul trouble because he's one of the General's key clogs.
That's exactly right. First one up and in for Demetrius Johnson. 1-0, Colonels lead. 7:46 to go in the first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Apple Markets of Altavista. Second one on the way. It's good as well. Looked even better than the first. Altavista out to a 2-0 lead. Full court pressure now from the Colonels. Generals break the timeline and get it up into the front court. Dejar Mobley gets it down into the corner to number 5. That's Damian Lockett. You know about Lockett's football skills if you paid any attention this year. Great quarterback for the Generals. They get it inside to Harrison. Harrison driving, throws up a jump shot. No good, didn't hit iron. Generals got the rebound, but they got fouled on the floor before the putback attempt.
I think it's against Hubbard.
Yep. First one on Altavista, first one on Richard Hubbard. Colonels sporting some new home jerseys as well, Bob. They're white and orange like the old ones were. Got some black trim. They're a little bit different. Everybody's got orange socks on and black shoes. It's a good look for the home team. Generals basketball, they get it inbounds. Mobley has it on the dribble. Now he picks it up. Really guarded tightly by Juan Thornhill, and now it's knocked out of bounds by Josh Walker, excuse me.
Tried to let that start early again this year.
Yeah.
Tried to go inside for Daniel. Got knocked away. William Campbell still probably trying to figure out how do we fill Maxie Cruz and Ozell Yule's shoes from last year.
Certainly 2 very good players from a year ago that are no longer with them, but they got a lot of talent on this ball club this year too. Generals basketball. Harrison has it about 3 feet away from the three-point line on the right wing. Crossover dribble, now headed to the basket, throws up a layup, won't go in. Rebound Generals, that's Lockett. He kicks it back out to Harrison again. Second shot's no good. Rebound still loose. Eric Poindexter picks it up for the Altavista Colonels. 6:45 remaining. Colonels up 2. Colonels swinging around the perimeter there. Quick ball movement from Hubbard to Poindexter, now over to Thornhill.
And not only do you lose Yule and Maxie down low on the offensive end, but the defensive end as well. And basically, you had a lot of supporting actors last year for those 2 guys, and now somebody's got to step up and take some lead roles.
Generals in a 2-3 zone right now. Altavista taking their time, sort of studying it, trying to diagnose it. Now Juan Thornhill just holds the ball at his hip. Not really any intention of doing anything. Coach Cardellaro is going to set up a play now with the signal from the sideline. Just over 6 minutes to play in this first quarter. Hubbard, 3-point attempt on the way. No good. Rebound still loose. Eric Poindexter got it. Poindexter's already got a couple rebounds tonight, and he's not the biggest of guys on the court. He's got the basketball in his hands just in front of half court. Get it inside to Demetrius Johnson. Another 3-pointer from Hubbard. Same spot. This one's no good, too. Walker had his hands on a rebound, but it came loose. Generals collect the basketball, and they go the other way.
Those weren't bad shots, but I like the defense by the Generals.
Defense from the Generals was solid, and they rebounded well, too, other than Poindexter, the one he grabbed. William Campbell's basketball. Harrison's got it. Going the wrong direction. Now he starts headed to the basket. He's going to pull it back out. Gets it to Jave Daniel. Daniel's got some size and some quickness for the Generals. He hands it off now to Dejar Mobley. Mobley now to Lockett. Lockett over to Harrison. Everybody for the Generals getting a taste of the basketball. Now they'll finally get a shot up. 3-pointer from Brandon West is good. Generals lead 3-2. Just over 5 minutes to go in the game now. First scoring for the Generals comes by way of a 3-pointer from Brandon West. Generals still in that 2-3 zone. Hubbard thought about a long 3 and then passed it to Walker. Now back to Hubbard. Now to Thornhill. Thornhill looking inside with a pump fake. Just goes along the perimeter to Poindexter. Now they got it on the low block to Johnson. He kicks it right back out. Good defense from the Generals, packing it in tight in this 2-3. 3-pointer on the way from Hubbard is good. Count it. Generals didn't have the lead long, Bob.
No, Hubbard fires from the wing, sinks a 3. Colonel's back in front.
Daniel with the basketball now. for the Generals. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Demetrius Johnson. Here comes Altavista quick. They're going to beat the zone down. Fast break offense. Walker puts it up and gets it blocked. Good defense by the Generals to get back in a hurry. William Campbell basketball now. Crossover dribble from Harrison. Backing up again. Now he attacks the basket. Swing it over to Mobley. Mobley's three is no good. Rebounded by Richard Hubbard. 4:04 remaining in the first quarter. Altavista up 5-3.
You know, I look at William Campbell and I try to identify who's your scorer out there, and I don't know if I can find him yet for the Generals. And that can be a good problem to have, too, because all five guys can put in the basket and you can't focus on one.
And Coach St. John mentioned that in the pregame. Maybe having a little bit less talent makes guys work harder. You never know. Thornhill has the basketball. Left-hand dribble. Gets it to 10 feet. Stops. Pump fake. Throws it up. Couldn't get it in, and I think he's going to get whistled for a foul. Trying to go after his own rebound, Bob. It will be Thornhill's first.
Well, I feel good because Oscar Briggs is here right downstairs. So
he is.
If it gets hairy on my end, we just go to the bullpen.
It's always hairy on your end, but sometimes it gets a little bit too much to take, right? Generals get it inbound. A little bit of full court pressure for Altavista. Now they back up a little bit and pick up the man-to-man in half court. Jave Daniel has it above his head. Looking for a pass. Now he'll use the dribble. Nice screen set by Lockett. Daniel still has the basketball in the corner. Not doing much with it. And it's stolen by Thornhill. Here comes Thornhill on the fast break. Going to the basket. Count the bucket and the foul. Nice play by Thornhill, who really had to adjust the shot when he got fouled, Bob.
Yeah, but didn't adjust it to the point to where he was going to alter it to where it was going to make him difficult for him to make it.
Right.
And that's what I like. You know, I mean, I know you got somebody coming in on you, but hey, don't change what you do, per se.
Yeah, I think maybe the only thing Juan changed is it looked like he might have had intentions to dunk it. Then when he saw the pressure was coming, got his own rebound on the missed free throw. We'll finish that in a second. Ball's still loose. Darius Johnson with the rebound. Count that. So it ends up being not a three-point play for Altavista, but a four-point play, Bob. Good job on the offensive glass by the Colonels. Here comes Harrison, 10-footer. Good shooter's touch, rolled around and went in. That makes it 9-5.
You read my mind, Hades. Soft touch by Harrison there, gets it to go down.
Yeah, put a lot of lob on that jump shot and got it in. Altavista basketball. 2:45 remaining. They lead 9-5. Jumper no good from Demetrius Johnson. Here come the Generals quick. Fast break. Harrison's going to go. Spin move. Now he puts it to the glass. Count that one. Harrison's got 4 in a row for William Campbell. 9-7 is our score now.
I wonder if that's the case where Robbie St. John says no, 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 because there were 4 Colonels down there and 1 General, but then when it goes through, yes, yes, yes.
Yep. It's the old Willie Hayes play. 3-pointer on the way from Hubbard. Count that one. Richard Hubbard's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers so far in the first quarter. Coach Carlero imploring his team to get back on defense. A couple Colonels were just standing and watching, wanting to congratulate Richard Hubbard. Campbell basketball. Dejar Mobley now. Right-hand dribble. Almost lost it. Now he gets it to Harrison. Harrison pull up. 18-footer. That one won't go in. Rebound by Darius Johnson. Colonels going the other way. Under 2 minutes. They lead 12-7. Michi Malbach's checked into the game. He had the basketball momentarily. Hubbard again from 3. That one's no good. Malbach's got a rebound. Great job by him. Altavista's got an extra chance now. Thornhill has it. Thornhill hasn't done a lot of scoring yet. But I have a feeling that could change at any moment, Bob.
Tell you what, Hubbard, for being the first year on the varsity, he ain't shy.
Well, he played some last year on the varsity ball club. But you're right. This is his first year starting. Started Tuesday against Gretna. Starting here in this one. Hasn't come out of the ball game yet. And why would he when he's shooting like this? Malbach on the left wing. He sank some 3-pointers the other night, so you know he can shoot it. He will right here. That one in and out, won't go in. Darius Johnson with the rebound. Puts it right back up. Count the bucket there. Darius Johnson is pumped up. He's got a pair of offensive rebounds and a pair of buckets to go with it. Colonel's up 14-7. 1 minute.
Was in the hallway. This is his type of score.
That's right. Under a minute now to play in the first quarter. Play hasn't stopped much. Doesn't seem like the ball's gone out of bounds much, Bob.
Maybe one time, and then you've got the team fouls, but that's just about it.
Steal by Malbach. Intercepted a pass. Goes up for a layup. He'll get fouled in the process. Shot no good. Foul's going to go against Brandon West for the Generals.
I think that's his second.
Yeah, Colonel shot a couple of foul shots. Demetrius Johnson shot a couple, and then Thornhill shot the one. And then, personal fouls here or there, and then the ball going out of bounds. Maybe, really, and honestly, it's only gone out of bounds like once or twice, probably. Free throw up and good by Dimitri Malbec. 15-7 now. Altavista leads. Malbec, a sophomore, his first year on the varsity. Second one on the way. Count that one. Good job from the free throw line early by the Colonels. They lead 16-7. 38 seconds to play now in the first quarter. Harrison has it. Going to go to the basket. Pulls up from 5 feet. Count that one. Harrison has been tough to stop. Nice jumper there. Here comes Thornhill the other way quickly. He goes up for a layup. Alters the shot a little bit. Gets it to go in. 18-9 now. Thornhill with a fantastic, very quick layup there.
I'll just keep my head down. You just keep telling me who scores.
I'm worried if I blink, I'm going to miss something. You need to pick your head up. Inside. Great ball movement by the Generals, but they lost it. Lockett tried to get it down low to Daniel, and Daniel just could barely not handle it there. Just off the tip of his fingertips.
When you look at Harrison, he might not be the first guy you'd take on pickup if you just look, but wow, he's got some skills.
Absolutely. And when he gets it, really inside that three-point line, he's been pretty accurate with the shot. Here comes Poindexter.
Wow,
pushed out of bounds. Yeah.
Bailed out big time. 0.7 on the clock.
So that'll give Altavista time for a catch and shoot. Maybe one dribble if you're really quick. First foul on Dejar Mobley. Fourth team foul on William Campbell. Malbec's going to inbound. 0.7 to play in the quarter. Thornhill going up for the lob. Catches, makes it. Wow, what a play. NBA-style play. Thornhill just runs a lob pattern right to the front of the basket. That's where Malbec passes it. All Juan has to do is catch it momentarily while he's airborne and then make the layup. Tremendous play, makes it 20-9 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter on the way on 105.5 KD Country.
Installing Atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted Atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29 Altavista.
You're listening to award-winning coverage of the Altavista Colonels on 105.5 KD Country.
Well, Bob Alvis, that first quarter was a lot of fun, a lot of exciting stuff involved there, particularly that play to end the first quarter.
I don't know if Picasso drew things up a lot better than that one.
I don't know if he did either. I know he was a painter, though, but he probably did some sketches early to work off of. You're right.
You don't just go freestyle in the painting.
No, you don't. And they didn't have
Kenny Hunt might.
Kenny Hunt probably does.
You give him an easel and a piece of paper, and you're going to see a masterpiece.
He's an artist. He's in the booth.
I believe.
He's in the booth with us again tonight doing the PA, and we enjoy that very much. William Campbell not enjoying this tough defense from Altavista. Mateo Lockett checked into the game. He wasn't the one that took the shot. That was Mobley. It was no good. Rebound by Poindexter. Nice bounce pass ahead to Malbec. Layup won't go in, but Darius Johnson has a rebound. Puts it up. He's got another offensive rebound, and he scores off of it again, Bob Alvis. Somebody has got to block out Darius Johnson.
Colonels are just out hustling Generals at this point.
I would agree wholeheartedly right now, and I'm sure Coach St. John would agree with that as well. The Generals head coach, he can't like it. William Campbell basketball. They've got on the perimeter. Here goes Harrison slicing to the basket, puts up a two-pointer. No good. Rebound Generals. They get the second one back up, and that's Mobley. Count it for him. Good 2 points inside. That makes it 22-11.
Mobley only a 10th grader.
Pretty impressive stuff. Jacob McClure is checked in the game for Altavista. Here comes a jump shot from Eric Poindexter. No good. That time they were able to block out Darius Johnson and keep him off the glass. Good job, Generals. Lockett gets it on the perimeter of Mobley, and that's no good. Mobley tried a three-pointer. Rebound by Eric Poindexter again. Here comes McClure for three for Altavista. It's short, no good. Ball comes down to the Generals.
Stolen right back away,
Darius Johnson had it. Put it up. Count it again. Darius Johnson is on a tear here early. 24-11. 6:30 remaining in the second quarter. Harrison going to the basket. Had some contact with McClure. McClure thought he took the charge. Referee thinks otherwise. He'll call it a blocking foul on Altavista.
Kyle, I'll admit I was a little LA tonight in terms of I was late to the party. How'd that JV game go?
You like the showtime. JV game went well for Altavista. Coach Troy Harris's squad gets a win. About 20.
Okay.
I think it was more like 21, actually. But anyway, good win nonetheless for his squad. JV team for Altavista's 2-0. Harrison's going to try a three-pointer in and out. No good. Look at Eric Poindexter. He got another rebound for Altavista. Poindexter is all over the glass tonight. McClure has the basketball. He'll bounce pass it to Eric Poindexter. Poindexter is 5'8". Here comes a three-pointer from Juan Thornhill. Off side iron, no good. Good rebound by William Campbell. They're going the other way quickly. Stolen away by Juan Thornhill. He just had to throw it back in bounds, and it came back to the Generals. Daniel gets it to Lockett. That's Mateo Lockett. Jump shot, no good. Eric Poindexter on the rebound again.
Going on here.
Juan Thornhill going to the basket. Count it off glass. Gets it to go. Nice layup from Juan Thornhill. Didn't have a lot of room to operate there, but he got it in. 26-11. Eric Poindexter's on the perimeter playing defense now. Stolen away by Juan Thornhill. Thornhill's got some room to go to the bucket. Count it. Another layup for Juan Thornhill. And Coach St. John has seen more than enough. He'll take a timeout. Generals are in dire straits here. Altavista racing out to a 28-11 lead. 5:26 remaining in the first half on 105.5 KD Country.
The game is brought to you by these members of the Altavista Sports Club.
Chef's Drive-In, serving hometown pride with 18 flavors of milkshakes.
Comfort Inn in Altavista. Outdoor pool and free hot breakfast with your stay.
Steve's Florist, best quality at the best price for all occasions.
El Cerrito Mexican Restaurant, authentic Mexican food. Open 7 days a week.
Aubrey Rosser, attorney at law, Main Street, Altavista.
Piece of Pie Restaurant, Lower Broad Street, Altavista. Give peace a chance.
China Walk Super Buffet, American and Chinese food with the newest item, crab.
Perkins Twin Tire and Auto Service, your Michelin tire store.
You're listening to award-winning coverage of the Altavista Colonels on 105.5 KD Country.
Back here from Altavista High School, Colonels leading 28-11. Just under 5.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Apple Markets. 3 great locations, Main Street, Gateway, and the Riverside Apple Market. If you're in Altavista, there's always one close by. William Campbell would love to get to the basket here in this possession. Damian Lockett with the basketball on the right sideline. Far sideline for us. Now he's got it to West. West hit that three-pointer early to start things off for William Campbell. Hasn't done anything since scoring-wise.
Been aggressive, though. 2 fouls.
Absolutely.
Speaking of.
Tried a three-pointer there. This foul is going to get committed against West. And let's see who it's on. Looks like Juan Thornhill, huh? 14 fouls on Altavista. It's not on Juan Thornhill. It's on Eric Poindexter.
You know, Altavista off to a very good start, but I'll tell you, Kyle, I don't know if I've seen a game that was better coached than what Robbie St. John did last year in the regional playoff. Masterpiece.
It was. West tried another three-pointer. It was no good. Rebound came down. Mateo Lockett went over the back of Richard Hubbard. Good box out by Hubbard. And they called a foul on Lockett, his first. Of course, there's 3 Locketts on this William Campbell team. Patrick, Damian, and Mateo. So we should probably specify.
Familiar with just from his football success.
Well, and Patrick Lockett was a good football player, too, and he played some quarterback as well with Damian. They were kind of rotating there for a while. Colonel's basketball. General's still in that zone. Altavista shot some three-pointers over it. Richard Hubbard's going to try another one. On the way, it's no good. Rebound comes down to the Generals. Jave Daniel has it. Now he'll hand it off to Mateo Lockett. Lockett bounce pass back to Daniel. Daniel ball over his head, pump faking, looking inside. He'll go outside to Mateo Lockett again. Lockett, couple dribbles, and he bounces it along to Patrick Lockett. Daniel has it again. Go ahead.
I like the fact that William Campbell's not being rushed and getting out of their game, per se.
You're right. They've thrown it away here, though. Thornhill tipped it, and then Josh Walker came down with it. Juan Thornhill's going to get fouled along the left sideline. West over there to help him up. Classy move from a classy guy.
But, I mean, this is just not throwing it around like a sack of groceries.
Right.
It's third on West.
It is the third on West. That's not good news for Coach St. John. West is going to take a seat. Dimitri Malbeck checks in the game. He'll join Richard Hubbard, Darius Johnson, Juan Thornhill, and Josh Walker.
General sticking to that zone. Emotional. I'm telling you.
It is. And I don't know that's been a bad move by Coach St. John. Altavista's gotten a lot of their points in transition and off the turnovers. I don't know that the 2-3 zone is necessarily the reason why William Campbell's down in this one. They trail 28-11, 3:42 remaining.
Gets me choked up.
It does. A lot gets you choked up nowadays, though. Josh Walker looking for some space, gets it on the low block to Darius Johnson. Johnson puts it up. That one won't go in. Rebounded by Michi Malbach. Good job by Malbach to stay after it. And Altavista will reset their offense. Colonel's very particular about the shots they take against a 2-3 zone like this from William Campbell.
Over half the quarter in the books. Generals only have 2 points.
Generals tipped that one away. Damian Lockett got a fingertip on it.
Let me ask you a question. Out of the guys that we saw play quite a few minutes last year on this varsity team, don't you see a lot more confidence out of a lot of them, especially the Johnson brothers?
Oh, certainly. The Johnson brothers have been very impressive in this first game and a half that we've seen. Still early in the season, though. Josh Walker has it on the baseline. He was trapped. Tried to get it to Richard Hubbard, but ended up throwing it out of bounds. So it'll be a turnover. Ball goes to William Campbell.
But I'd rather see that confidence early.
Absolutely.
Get it started early before you I hate to get it started in district tournament.
Yeah, exactly. No, I would agree with you. The Johnson brothers, Darius and Demetrius, seems like they're really just doing a number down low. Walker had it. He stole it. Then he lost it. Malbach has it back for the Altavista Colonels. He breaks the timeline, gets it ahead to Richard Hubbard. Malbach. Ball over his head. Hubbard will try another three-pointer. No good. Thornhill almost got a rebound. Generals come away with it. That's Mobley. Mobley will kick it ahead, and Richard Hubbard is there to intercept for Altavista.
All right, now these turnovers are getting a little careless.
Indeed. Here comes Thornhill running the baseline. Dishes it off to Johnson. Great pass and a great finish by Darius Johnson. 2 more points for Darius Johnson. Boy, the way Darius is finishing down low, Bob, he's reminding me of a man named Jarrell Jordan that played on this court not so long ago. Dejar Mobley has it for the Generals. He'll get it to Harrison. Harrison will pull up, foul line. Thought about a jumper, thought better of it. Now he's got it to Mateo Lockett. Lockett, crossover, left hand, bounce passes along. Not great spacing for the Generals right now. They're all kind of clogging each other up. 3-pointer on the way from them. No good. Great rebound, Josh Walker. Controls it and gives it to Juan Thornhill. We're under 2 minutes to go in the half. Altavista leading 30-11. 3-pointer on the way from Walker. Count it. Josh Walker hits that one. Really, Altavista can do no wrong right now, Bob Alvis.
And William Campbell, unfortunately for them, can't do a ton in the positive column.
Daniel got an offensive rebound off the missed shot. Throws it up. He took some contact. No whistle. Altavista comes away with the rebound. Juan Thornhill. He'll push to tempo. Kicks it out to Richard Hubbard. 3-ball on the way. No good. Rebounded by Josh Walker. Walker puts up the second shot. It's no good. Darius Johnson has it. He gets fouled once. And they actually say he travels, Bob Alvis.
I would hate to see what the stats are on the boards right now, though. I mean, Altavista has just been dominant on the glass.
And I think that's probably the main area that's really costing William Campbell right now in this game. Between the two Johnson brothers and Eric Poindexter. Eric Poindexter got about 6 rebounds in a row. And that's not an exaggeration either.
Well, that's not a good thing if you're William Campbell, because no disrespect to EP, but he's not the biggest man on the floor.
That's exactly right. Chase Short has checked in the ball game now for the Altavista Colonels. His first action of the night. Jabe Daniel backing his man down into the lane. Now they get it down low to number 24. That's Patrick Lockett. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebounded by Michi Malbach.
Defense for the Colonels has been spot on as well.
Absolutely. Can't complain at all if you're a Colonel fan about the defensive effort.
I mean, they've gambled a few times, but I mean, I'd rather gamble and be aggressive than just, sit back and, spectate.
Yeah, and even when they've gambled, they've made it hard on William Campbell. It's not like they've given him any free lanes to go to the basket. Michi Malbach just holding the basketball on his hip right now.
Clock snuck up on me.
It did. We're under 35 seconds now. And it looks like Altavista is going to hold for the last shot. William Campbell's 2-3 defense, not extending it out past the 3-point line. So Altavista really doesn't have to do anything right now. The onus would be on William Campbell to step out and initiate the 5-second count on Eric Poindexter, who now has the basketball.
I've said it hundreds of times. Mike Cardellaro's responsibility to win basketball games, not to necessarily have the most entertaining style.
That's right.
At all times.
Here go the Colonels, under 7 seconds. 3-pointer from Josh Walker. And I'm wondering what the call was.
I think it was offensive foul.
Okay, let's see.
Chase Short.
Yep. Offensive foul on the Colonels. 4.5 seconds left, so William Campbell will have the basketball. Josh Walker threw up a 3, but the whistle came out before he did.
Went in, by the way.
How about that?
Just in case you were wondering.
Here comes William Campbell down to 2 seconds. It's Mateo Lockett. Lockett will pull up, 10-footer, count it as the buzzer sounds. Nice job by Mateo Lockett. to get some points as both teams head into the locker room. 33-13. Altavista has a 20-point lead. Subway halftime show on the way after this on 105.5 KD Country.
Try a variety of daily lunch specials priced under $4 at El Cazador Restaurant. The people that brought the first Mexican food to the area 13 years ago and still going strong 7 days a week. Come by for Mexican or American food, all reasonably priced with drink specials and great service too. Voted best Mexican restaurant by you, their customers, El Cazador Mexican Restaurant, Main Street in Altavista. El Cazador Mexican Restaurant thanks you for your loyalty and your business.
Don't you think it's time that your business account made you money? I'm Marion Marshall with First National Bank, and we've introduced a small business interest checking account that earns your business interest. That's right, interest. So for a progressive small business checking account, come to First National Bank today. We'll show how your business account will earn interest, and we'll provide you with an extraordinary customer experience. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
A short drive will save you money.
That's right. A short drive can save you hundreds, maybe thousands. The absolute best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Have a trade? When you make a deal, Feller Chevrolet will pay it off, no matter how much you owe. Slow credit? Don't worry. Drive away today in your new or pre-owned vehicle. Remember, if you didn't purchase your vehicle from Feller Chevrolet, you paid too much for it.
Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
You're listening to award-winning coverage of the Altavista Colonels on 105.5 KD Country.
Live from Altavista High School, the Subway halftime show, Subway Eat Fresh. Two great locations, Main Street in Altavista, and then also in the Walmart on the Clarion Road in Altavista. It doesn't get any easier than that to get to Subway. $5 footlong of the month, Western ham and egg, which Bob Alvis has sampled and said you can't beat the Western ham and egg. It's a breakfast, it's a lunch sandwich, it's a dinner sandwich, it's an all-the-time sandwich, just like Subway. Eat healthy, eat fresh. Bob Alvis accumulating some statistics as we speak. And the pep band is back in action here on the home opener for the Altavista guys squad. Girls have been at home a few times, and they're on the road in Naruna tonight playing William Campbell. We'll try and get a score from that one. But right now we'll take a timeout and come back with more on the Subway halftime show. Colonels lead 33-13 on 105.5 KD Country.
Good news from Altavista area Apple markets. Check out these new in-store specials. 99 cents for any coffee or cappuccino. Trade ones and sweet leaf teas, 2 for $1.50. And a 24-pack of Coke, only $5.99. Or grab the 4-piece chicken tenders, fries, and garlic toast for just $4.99 at Riverside or Main Street Apple Market locations. At Gateway, get half a pizza and a medium drink, only $5.99. Visit the Apple Market convenience stores soon for these great deals.
In the past century, our community has grown, and Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Service has grown too, alongside the families they've known for so long. Finch & Finch is proud to have served you over 100 years. A family business, Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Service, dedicated to your service.
Finch & Finch Funeral Homes. We're here because we care.
Installing atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29 Altavista.
You're listening to award-winning coverage of the Altavista Colonels on 105.5 KD Country.
Live from Altavista High School, 50 years of outstanding high school sports coverage. I'm Kyle Haney. Bob Alvis is tabulating the stats. Nick Bailey is our producer back at the studio, keeping us safe and sound. And Bob, the basketball action right now is somewhat one-sided. Altavista leading 33-13.
You know what else was one-sided? The food from Subway. The only side it was great.
That's
Robert
right.
Duff and his crew down at the one on Main Street. Outstanding job tonight. I can't say enough about the spicy Italian.
The spicy Italian you had was very good. I told them about the Western egg and cheese already. No, I mixed it up. I just got a ham and turkey. Went old school. Keep the body guessing. That's my motto.
I like that.
And you can always do that at Subway. Pizza, salad, subs, soup, cookies, anything you could ever want. Call Robert for catering. He'll do it all. Big sub, sandwich platter, cookie tray. A little bit of this, a little bit of that for the Colonels. It's been mostly great defense and some really outstanding rebounding. Not to say that their offense has been bad, Bob Alvis, but you and I have both been commenting on how good the D has been for Altavista.
D has led to O, that's for certain. And Altavista just all over William Campbell right now, who really, I don't want to say they look confused, but really just the pressure, I think, of the Colonels' defense is making the Generals do things they don't want to do.
Yeah, really, Altavista's defense has forced William Campbell into some turnovers that they're probably not accustomed to. I don't think it's been so much of William Campbell's been taking bad shots, but they haven't been getting very many second chance points either, because Altavista's been all over the glass tonight on both ends of the floor, really.
Well, and William Campbell only had 4 points in the second quarter.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you know, Altavista had 20 in the first and toned it down to 13. But you can't get outscored 13-4 in a quarter.
Yeah, you can't.
When you're down.
Exactly. And, you know, you think of it, two of those 4 points came on that great play from Mateo Lockett there to end the quarter, the buzzer beater, the sort of the running jump shot he had. That's not really something that you can count on happening all the time. So
and it could have been an and one because he got some contact, I thought, down there.
He did get some contact. Normally when the buzzer's getting close to sounding, referees will let you play a little bit. Maybe that was one of those cases, but a nice finish by Mateo Lockett.
You want numbers?
I'd love the numbers if you're ready for them.
All right. William Campbell, Colby Harrison has 6. Brandon West with 3. Mobley and Mateo Lockett each with 2. Altavista being led by Thornhill and Darius Johnson, 10 each. 6 from Richard Hubbard, 2 from Demetrius Johnson, 2 from Michi Malback, and Josh Walker hit that three-pointer. I almost called Richard Hubbard AB. That's a little bit more egregious than your Walker error, because at least they're related. I've not heard that AB was a deemed older son.
Well, not that I know of, not that you know of anyway. But we do know one thing. Altavista's up by 20. Subway halftime show. Subway Eat Fresh. We'll take another quick timeout, then come back with more here from Altavista High School. Third quarter, just a few minutes away on 105.5 KD Country.
English Construction Company has been in the building business since 1932, so it's only natural that they appreciate the building process. They recognize the fact that organized sports programs build character as well as bodies and minds. They know that high school sports build our youth into more well-rounded and more productive adults. English Construction Company is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports and salute all athletes, coaches, and teachers. A word of praise and encouragement from English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Try a variety of daily lunch specials priced under $4 at El Cazador Restaurant. The people that brought the first Mexican food to the area 13 years ago and still going strong 7 days a week. Come by for Mexican or American food, all reasonably priced, with drink specials and great service too. Voted best Mexican restaurant by you, their customers, El Cazador Mexican Restaurant, Main Street in Altavista. El Cazador Mexican Restaurant thanks you for your loyalty and your business.
A short drive will save you money.
That's right. A short drive can save you hundreds, maybe thousands. The absolute best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Have a trade? When you make a deal, Feller Chevrolet will pay it off, no matter how much you owe. Slow credit? Don't worry. Drive away today in your new or pre-owned vehicle. Remember, if you didn't purchase your vehicle from Feller Chevrolet, you paid too much for it.
Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
You're listening to award-winning coverage of the Altavista Colonels on 105.5 KD Country.
Altavista leading this one 33-13, halftime wrapping up. It is the Subway halftime show. Eat healthy, eat fresh. And Bob, it's an exciting time when basketball's starting to fire up here. Football, college football's in the bowl season. High school football we're done with now, but it's a good time of year, and I always get excited about basketball, especially these district games. It seems like we get to them earlier and earlier every year.
It does. I mean, but at the same time, we're only a little over a week away from Christmas.
That's exactly right. And,
have you got your shopping done?
Well, I'll tell you where I could really knock a bunch of it out is at Subway. Gift card.
Yeah.
Go get somebody a gift card for Christmas, or 2.
You
or
know, a
3.
lot of people say gift cards are impersonal.
But not Subway.
But, I mean, if I got a gift card from Subway,
right,
that might be the best present.
Exactly. That you're not going to...
Hey, don't forget the points. Don't forget the points
exactly.
card.
Right. Yeah, really...
You don't have to buy that, I don't think.
You can't go wrong. Exactly. Go down to Subway on Main Street or in Walmart on the Clarion Road. Get your friends, your loved ones, your enemies, get them a gift card for Christmas. And they'll thank you very much. Halftime concluded here as Altavista's back out on the court ready to go.
Did Rick Evans not get the memo at shaved head night with the officials? I mean,
And with Bob Albus, too.
Well, apparently the broadcasting booth didn't get it. I mean, you still got your hair. I mean, I saw a memo in my mailbox.
Your file?
Hey, press box. To show solidarity, let's all shave our heads. I went with it. Kenny Hunt, I think, is close enough.
He is. He's close enough.
I'll give him a point.
Eric Poindexter's got the ball on the inbounds. Altavista will start with it. Going right to left on the radio dial. Richard Hubbard has it now right in front of the Altavista bench.
Challenge here, keep the intensity.
That's exactly right, and that can be tough sometimes when you race out to a big lead. Eric Poindexter, middle of the court, couple dribbles, now to Juan Thornhill. Long jumper on the way from him, no good. Rebound comes down to Josh Walker. Walker puts it back up, won't go in. Colonel's had a chance at a third shot, but William Campbell did a nice job collecting the basketball and going the other way. Here comes Jave Daniel. Hands it off now to Brandon West. West tried to drive to the basket. He was cut off by some nice defense from Poindexter. Here comes DeJour now. He throws it up. Number 23 gets it in. Count it. DeJour Mobley. 2 points for William Campbell. They start the scoring in the second half. And they now trail 33-15. 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you, of course, by Apple Markets, a proud supporter of Altavista Colonel Athletics. Juan Thornhill's got the basketball on his hip. Now he gets it over to Poindexter. Poindexter cycles it on down the line in the corner to Josh Walker. Now they go back to the middle of the court, and Juan Thornhill gets it to Poindexter. Poindexter, a handoff play to Walker. Now he'll just dribble it back up top near half court. And the Colonels look content to try and pick apart this zone defense from William Campbell. Not rushing anything, but they've almost turned it over. Harrison tipped a pass to the backcourt, but Richard Hubbard ran it down before he could. Colonels maintain possession.
Eric has yet to score tonight, but, keep that in mind. I think we're only a game or two away from him going off offensively.
Absolutely. He's done so much dirty work tonight on the glass and playing defense, blocking people out, making the extra pass, that really Eric Poindexter is invaluable to this ball club, at least tonight anyway.
He did so much dirty work, he might have had to shower at halftime. Just hop in real quick.
Change the jersey, jump in the shower. I like that. That might be a new term for us. Richard Hubbard has it on the left wing. Slices it inside to Johnson. Demetrius Johnson. Now three-pointer on the way from Hubbard was no good. Rebounded by Colby Harrison. West going to go the other way in a hurry for William Campbell. Now back it out. Harrison, three-ball attempt on the way. Count that one. Colby Harrison, excuse me. Knocking down the three-pointer. You're excused. I think we all are.
Forgot my mic was on for a minute. 13-point lead now.
33-18. Harrison with a nice three-pointer from right smack dab dead on middle of the court right there. Not much the Colonels could do about that one. It's just a great shot.
Almost 3 minutes in, KH and Altavista yet to get a bucket.
Yeah, they're trying to really be careful and diagnose this zone defense. But like you said, you can't lose your aggressiveness. Thornhill will skip it over the defense to Richard Hubbard. Now quick pass to Poindexter.
Well, I have a feeling this is part of the plan, too. I don't think everybody huddled up at the midcourt and said, hey, guys, let's pass the ball around a little bit. Let's work on our passing. But, another wrinkle. You've got to learn how to, manage a lead, too.
That's exactly right. Thornhill, running jump shot, won't go in. Tried to get his own rebound, and he commits a foul in the process. Damian Lockett grabbed the rebound. Thornhill came over his back. I want to say that's Juan's second, Bob. You can back me up on that. It is. First team foul of the half for Altavista.
And, Juan is going to have to, I don't want to say be careful, but he picked up 4 fairly easily the other night.
Yeah. Again, Bob Alves getting choked up just thinking about it. 33-18, Altavista leads. They have not scored yet this half. We've got 4:45 to go in the third quarter. William Campbell basketball. West, left-hand dribble. Pull up just in front of the three-point line. No good. High arcing rebound came down to Michi Mall back for the Colonels. Altavista going in a hurry. There's Thornhill. Scoops it up and under. It's blocked by Damian Lockett. Those guys bumped into each other at least 3 times on the football field this year, Bob.
Probably a little harder than they bumped right then.
Probably. Lockett played some good defense for the Generals in addition to being a quarterback. Thornhill was the same way for Altavista. Those teams met up 3 times this year. Rare indeed. Thornhill has the basketball for the Altavista Colonels. He'll get a play and a signal from Coach Mike Cartolero, who's on one knee. It's still Mike Cartolero. He hasn't changed his name to Mark. Although I'm sure there's a Mark Cartolero out there somewhere, just not in this gym tonight. Malbec has.
We'd like to say hi if he's listening online.
Absolutely. Online broadcast sponsored by Walmart and Altavista on the Clarion Road. Juan Thornhill going to pass it over to Malbec. Now back to Thornhill. He tries a right-hand dribble towards the basket. Now swings it over to Richard Hubbard. Hubbard in the quarter to Demetrius Johnson. Now back to Hubbard, back to Thornhill. A lot of ball movement and patience from Altavista. Coach Mike Cartolero wants his team to spread the court, it looks like, and spread this 2-3 zone out a little bit. Give his team some room to operate. Might be a 1-3-1 zone now that William Campbell has gone into, Bob. Demetrius Johnson going to dribble the baseline and go to the basket. Going to call him for a travel. He doesn't like it. And Mike Cartolero didn't particularly like what was going on, so he'll take a timeout. We'll take it with him. 30-second timeout. 3:27 remaining in the third quarter. Altavista leading 33-18 on 105.5 KD Country.
If credit card processing is important to your business, I can help. I'm Ramonda Davis of First National Bank, and I'm your local e-commerce officer for merchant card and other electronic business products. Local means I live in Central Virginia. I'm ready to come see you and respond quickly to what you need. Local means I'm focused just on your business needs. For the latest in electronic payment technology and competitive pricing, contact me, Ramonda Davis. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to award-winning coverage of the Altavista Colonels on 105.5 KD Country.
Turnover by the Colonels offense, and just not scoring in general prompted that timeout from Coach Mike Cartolero, Bob.
Generals have been scoring, though.
The Generals have been scoring. They just haven't done enough of it. They've cut into this lead, though certainly tipped away by Juan Thornhill. He had to save it. Generals got it back. Lockett going to the basket. Layup wouldn't go in. Got his own rebound. Missed that one. Darius Johnson got the rebound. And here comes Demetrius Johnson. Going to dunk it home for the Colonels. And that's one way to start the scoring for the Colonels. Johnson to Johnson, and then a dunk to cap it off.
First bucket of the quarter.
And then the Altavista Colonels force a turnover. William Campbell just threw it out of bounds. So now all of a sudden that brings this Colonel crowd to life just a little bit. Richard Hubbard, three-pointer from the right wing. That goes in. Now all of a sudden the Colonels have no problem scoring. Maybe the timeout worked wonders for this Altavista basketball team, Bob.
Well, it leads back to what it was at the break, 20.
That's right. 38-18. Under 3 minutes to play now in the third quarter. West has got to get rid of the basketball to Mobley. Mobley bounce pass to Harrison. Harrison pump fake. Nice job by him. Goes up. Shot no good, but he gets fouled by Darius Johnson in the process, so he will head to the free throw line. 2:28 remaining in the third quarter, which is brought to you by Apple Markets of Altavista. 38-18, the Colonels lead.
Good day of basketball tomorrow, Cage, at EC Glass with that Beacon Classic. Nelson County's going to be there if you want to get a peek at a Dogwood team. A lot of on WSCT.com. I can't remember.
Yeah, Nelson, I think, playing Appomattox tonight in another Dogwood game, and then Chatham is at Dan River.
That Beacon Classic's got Tunstall and I think JF. EC Glass against Dan River.
Yeah, girls and guys action up there. It's an all-day affair going on in multiple gyms there at EC Glass, and it wasn't so long ago that Bob Alvis tried to set the world record for most games broadcasted in a day up there. You may actually hold that.
One year, and that was it.
You didn't get anybody from the Guinness Book of World Records to come certified or whatever. Juan Thornhill's trying to certify 2 more points. That one won't go in. Johnson got the rebound. That's Demetrius. Darius has the next rebound. He lost it, though. Good job by William Campbell to recover. Demetrius Johnson went after the basketball, and it looks like he committed a foul in the process.
Demetrius got a little excited there.
Yeah. He missed one. His brother got the rebound. Brother missed that one, and then Demetrius went after.
I wonder if that's like, old, I can beat up my brother, but nobody else is going to beat up my brother type thing. You know, my brother misses a shot, and I'm going to get it back for him.
I think there's probably something to that. They're both on the court right now. Harris, 3-ball attempt, no good. Rebounds loose. Guess who got it? Eric Poindexter. He's going to go the other way in a hurry. Gets it to Hubbard. Hubbard, another 3-pointer. Count it. Richard Hubbard has made 4 of them tonight, Bob. This one coming from the left wing, right in front of his bench. Richard Hubbard getting it done tonight. Great job by Eric Poindexter to start the fast break as well. William Campbell's got the basketball back. West fakes a 3-pointer, fakes a pass. Now he'll dribble. Going to just hand it off to Lockett. Lockett looking for some space to operate. Guarded tightly by Darius Johnson. Now Lockett goes to the basket. Great play by him. He's fouled. Shot won't go in. 41-19. Altavista leads this one. 1:09 remaining in the third quarter, Bob.
4 team fouls against Altavista, 0 against William Campbell.
Well, I don't know that you can read too much into that.
I was just making a statement.
I know you were. You were just giving the facts. You didn't give any opinion. You just gave the facts. Free throw up and good by Damian Lockett. Lockett's a senior, and there's a bunch of seniors on this William Campbell team. Colby Harrison's a senior. Tevin Easley, Trey Elder, Damian Lockett, and Malik Slayton. Most of those guys play football and play football very well. Elder's a baseball player, good left-handed pitcher for the Generals. Second free throw was good by Lockett.
Damian Lockett, if you're scoring.
Damian Lockett, yes. There's 3 of them on the team, so I do need to specify.
It's like with your Altavista Johnson, you can't just say 1.
That's right. Although I think Lockett was the only one on the court, only Lockett on the court at that time, so I'm probably in the clear on that. Poindexter slashing to the basket, bounce pass to Josh Walker. They'll kick it back out. Walker sort of threw it away. Altavista's going to have to recover, and it's a back court. Can't go back across that timeline unless the other team touches it. So it ends up being a turnover. William Campbell will get the basketball back. They trail 41-21.
Look at Troy Harris. Still got some legs to him.
The net was hung up, and normally the refs will stop play and they'll just throw the basketball up there and get it or tell a player to. But they didn't notice, so Troy Harris ran out there and unhooked the net. 3-ball on the way from Brandon West. It's a little long. Rebound comes to Eric Poindexter. Poindexter will get going the other way in a hurry. Now he's got to slow down the fast break. Lost the dribble for a second. Going up for 2. Count it, and he's fouled. Eric Poindexter doing it all. He gets some nice love from his teammates, and with good reason. Eric Poindexter grabs another rebound. Takes it up that right sideline. Slows down momentarily. Then sees an opening and heads to the basket. Chase Pribble going to check in. Chandler Pribble, excuse me.
Chase Short.
Chase Short. That's what happened. I transposed and combined. Poindexter on the free throw line.
Does that mean Mr. Short and Mr. Pribble have to perform sun swap tonight?
Free throw no good from Eric Poindexter. Bounced out of bounds. It looks like William Campbell lost it, so this will go back.
And that symbolizes a night for the Generals right there. Harrison had the board, had it off his knee. Pribble inbounds for the Colonels.
Gets it into Eric Poindexter. Poindexter fakes to the right, now goes to the left with the dribble. He'll bring it back out to the middle of the court.
Probably hope for 1 with 15 ticks left.
That's what Altavista has shown before. William Campbell's in a man-to-man defense now, though, it looks like. Poindexter looks up at the clock. 8 seconds, going to the basket, layup. It's good, and he's fouled again. Eric Poindexter, sort of a repeat of what he just did with the basketball offensively. Clock stops with 6.4 seconds left in the quarter.
I think we see this game again in late January or early February, Kyle. I think William Campbell's going to be a much improved ball club by then. They got the talent out there.
Yes. Free throw, no good. Walker tried to get the rebound. He went over the back of it. Looked like DeJure Mobley. And the foul is on Walker. 5 team fouls now for Altavista this quarter. 5.6 seconds left in the quarter. Down to 4 as William Campbell gets it in bounds. Harrison looks up. Long 3-pointer on the way from him. It had a chance, but it's off the side of the iron. No good. Buzzer sounds to end the third. Altavista, they'll go into the final frame with a big lead. 45-21. We'll be back with the fourth quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
The game is brought to you by these members of the Altavista Sports Club.
Chef's Drive-In, serving hometown pride with 18 flavors of milkshakes.
Comfort Inn in Altavista. Outdoor pool and free hot breakfast with your stay.
Steve's Florist, best quality at the best price for all occasions.
El Cerrito Mexican Restaurant, authentic Mexican food. Open 7 days a week.
Aubrey Rosser, attorney at law, Main Street, Altavista.
Piece of Pie Restaurant, Lower Broad Street, Altavista. Give peace a chance.
China Walk Super Buffet, American and Chinese food with the newest item, crab.
Perkins Twin Tire and Auto Service, your Michelin tire store.
You're listening to award-winning coverage of the Altavista Colonels on 105.5 KD Country.
Bob Alvis back here at Altavista High School. Kyle Haney helping to hydrate Mr. Kenny Hunt with a nice bottle of water. His tones, his vocal cords are very important too.
His tone is very important.
Don't make him laugh though while he's drinking that water. I don't want to see anything.
I'm not. If he starts laughing, you'll start laughing, then you'll start coughing, and you won't even talk.
There'll be chaos
by the time the game ends. Harrison has it inbounds.
Thinking about that now.
For William Campbell, fourth quarter, brought to you by Apple Markets of Altavista. Check out the specials. You can hear about them all game long. There's only one quarter in this one left. Unless William Campbell can make the improbable comeback, number 3, Mateo Lockett, throwing it towards the basket. He's fouled in the process. Shot no good, so he'll shoot 2 from the free throw line. 16 fouls now for Altavista. The next one puts William Campbell in the bonus situation, and that one was called on Jacob McClure, his second for the Colonels. Free throw up and good for Mateo Lockett.
Are they all brothers?
Well, that's a good question. I thought I had heard that Patrick and Damian were. I'm not sure. What's interesting is Damian's a senior, Mateo's a junior, and Patrick is a sophomore. So it's certainly conceivable. And you would have to assume that there is some relation between the three of them. But I want you to get on that and ask Robbie St. John that kind of background information so we don't have to speculate next game. We'll have a firm answer.
Will do.
Altavista's got the basketball. They lead 45-23.
Aye, Captain.
McClure, three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebounded by Chandler Pribble. He'll just kick it back out. Eric Poindexter has it now. Crossover. Here comes Eric to the basket again. He's fouled in the act of shooting. Ball never got to the rim, but he will go to the free throw line.
When you look at Chandler Pribble, who does he remind you of from years past?
Boy, that's a good question. You put me on the spot. Shouldn't we rehearse this kind of stuff beforehand? Then give me the right answer.
A little Bo Frazier in him, I see.
A little Bo Frazier. I like that.
In terms of, the play and the frame.
Sure. Bo was a good player. We talked about him on one of those Lady Colonel broadcasts that we did earlier on in the year.
Sister wasn't bad either.
She's on the wall over there for a reason, I think.
Right.
And Bo's up on a couple walls in here, too. He was a part of some really good basketball teams. Free throw was no good by Eric Poindexter. Second one on the way now. It's up and it's good. 1 of 2 for Eric. That makes it a 46-23 lead. 7-10 remaining in this ball game.
I won't say one of the better brother-sister combinations because I don't know all of them.
I'm going to say they're up there, though. That's for sure. You get those two in a 2-on-2 game against another brother-sister combo, and I like what they do against the field. Altavista basketball. Chase Short has it. He'll get it to Josh Walker. Walker using the baseline. Throws up a shot really from behind the backboard. He gets fouled. Shot no good. He'll head to the free throw line and shoot 2. 6:44 remains. Altavista leading 46-23. Of course, our good friend beside us, Mr. Kenny Hunt, had a good brother-sister combo that he fathered.
Yes.
Kenny and Aisha.
Right. I was going to say, they just came from good genes, too, though.
Yeah.
Was it Wrangler those days or Levi?
Can they sing like he does, though? That's the question. Do they have his musical abilities? Did he pass that on? He had to keep something. It's the old, I taught him everything he knows, but I didn't teach him everything I know. Free throw no good from Walker. Rebound comes down to Juan Thornhill, and Juan Thornhill gets the shooter's touch and the roll to go in. We're having a good time up here now.
Colonel's having a good time on the floor.
Yep, they lead 49-23. 6.5 to play in this one. Harrison looking for some room, looking to pass. He does. He gets it to Mateo Lockett. Lockett throws up a 2, no good. And they're going to whistle Josh Walker with another foul. Walker can't believe it, but he probably did get him with the body. So Mateo Lockett will head back to the free throw line.
Next week, Colonels head down to Pittsco on Tuesday.
Yeah, they were already across the river once this season going to Gretna, but that's not a long trip. Trip down to Chatham Tuesday won't be particularly long, but it won't be particularly easy either. Cavs are always a tough opponent. We'll be there. Subway pregame show starts around 6:45. Tip-off 15 or 20 minutes after that. Free throw was good by Mateo Lockett. Coach Barry Mayo's always got an athletic team down there in Chatham, Bob. Stolen away here by William Campbell on the made free throw. Eric Poindexter gets the rebound back. He's working real hard to get it up to the front court. Now he dishes it off to Juan Thornhill. Thornhill trying to direct a little traffic.
Find out Altavista, I don't want to win this game by any less than 20 just because you're up by 24
Yeah.
at the start of the quarter.
Right. That's exactly right. And it, gets back to what we were talking about. You'd like to keep your foot on the gas and still have your aggressiveness. Thornhill going to the basket. He's blocked off, but he's fouled in the process. Malik Slayton was there. I think they're going to whistle him for the foul. They are.
Tell you what, he stands his ground right there and, just puts his arm to his side.
Yeah.
He might be going the other way.
Yeah, Malik Slayton really did have the position and he had his feet set, but you're right, he sort of threw his arms out there in an attempt to block the shot. And a lot of times that charge does depend on how you sell it. A couple Colonels have been really good at that in the past. Free throw was no good from Juan Thornhill. Second one on the way. It does go in, so the Altavista Colonels crack the 50-point mark. They lead by 25.
Do you have a favorite?
Let me get back to you on that.
All right.
Mateo Lockett, bounce pass. Gets it over to John Davis, who's checked in the game now for the Colonels. Davis goes and sets a screen. Generals have lost the basketball in the meantime. Poindexter has it. He lost the handle momentarily. Keeps his dribble after the bobble. Richard Hubbard in the corner for three. No good. Rebound Darius Johnson. Count that one, though, on the putback. 2 more points for Darius Johnson. How many of them have come off of offensive rebounds, Bob?
I don't keep
a bunch of them. I know you don't. I'll answer it for you. A bunch of them, yes.
Richard Hubbard, 4 threes, too, also all coming in odd quarters.
And that's interesting. Get it down low. Generals have the basketball. Harrison driving, dishes to Mateo Lockett. Lockett looking inside, stops just outside of the free throw lane. Excuse me, that's Elder. Elder's three-pointer. No good. I thought it was Harrison.
Well,
they look alike.
If you're William Campbell right now, you got to see what you're made of, too.
Yep. Ooh, Thornhill went up for the layup, then he dished it off the last second to Johnson. He's fouled in the process, though, and I think they'll say this is on the floor. Well, everybody's setting up for a free throw. It's got to either be Darius Johnson or Juan Thornhill on the free throw line.
7th free throw.
Juan said, no, I wasn't shooting. I was on the floor. But it is a... Well, is it going to be a 1-and-1 or a 2-shot foul? Because they show William Campbell with 6 fouls, Bob. Now they will say it's on the floor. It was almost like Juan was arguing that, no, I wasn't shooting. I was passing. Normally you take a chance to go to the free throw line any chance you can get. But the Colonels will inbound under their own basket after the foul. Hubbard wants some people to move. He was passing it inbounds. Finally gets it in. Thornhill looking to pass. Now he'll dribble. Thornhill guarded by Elder. They get it down low to Darius Johnson. Backboard. Gets it to go. Rattled it around, but his fadeaway jumper went in. Darius Johnson, again, from that low block. Get him inside the paint, Bob, and he has been tough to beat. John Davis has it. Dribbling. Hands it off to Mateo Lockett. Lockett up and under. Layup. Won't go in. Rebounds loose. Juan Thornhill has it. Thornhill's going in a hurry. He's going in a big hurry, and he gets the layup to go. He went 90 feet at the blink of an eye, and he finished the layup on top of it. 56-25. Altavista is extending that lead, Mr. Alvis. Good look inside. John Davis can't get the layup to go, though. Here come the Colonels in a hurry again. Eric Poindexter running the fast break this time. Layup, not good. Rebound comes down to Darius Johnson. That one's no good. Ball's loose on the floor, waiting for the jump ball. But the Generals collect it and pitch it out of there before the whistle sounds. They're going the other way. Here comes a three-pointer from Patrick Lockett. In and out, no good. Darius Johnson with the rebound. Back and forth a bunch here, Bob Alvis.
Pace might slow here for a moment.
Yeah, and I think Juan Thornhill knew what we were thinking, and he certainly knew what Coach Cardellaro was thinking, and that was exactly what you said. Slow the pace down just a little bit. Double screen up top for Juan Thornhill. He sort of uses it. Now he backs it out again. He's about 1 foot in front of half court. Here comes that double screen again. He's just sort of jogging his way in slow motion. 3-ball on the way from Darius Johnson. No good. Demetrius, you're right. Even I lose track sometimes.
That's the only reason I'm here this year, Kyle.
It's even tougher in football, believe me. That three-pointer for William Campbell's no good. And Altavista knocks it out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Generals. Some substitutes coming in for the Colonels.
Looks like McClure, Short, and Pribble will join Poindexter and Darius Johnson.
Poindexter's been on the court, it seems like, all night, Bob. He's got that high motor, though, and plenty of gas in the tank to fill it. Blocking foul here on Josh McClure. Jacob McClure. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm calling people by different names.
I got a good idea. Let's put everybody's first name in a hat and everybody's last name in a hat.
That's kind of what it is. I called Coach Cardellaro, Mark Cardellaro. That was just a mistake. I've called you some other first names that weren't mistakes.
Well, yeah, we can't say those on the radio.
Exactly. Free throw up and good from Mateo Lockett. Couldn't hardly see the jersey.
Those aren't fly jerseys, though, by William Campbell.
Yeah, William Campbell's got, it's sort of a grayish dark blue almost that they're sporting on the road tonight, and they do look good. Black and white, blue stripes go up and down the sides of them. Second free throw, no good. And the Generals commit a foul trying to get the rebound back. This will put Altavista in 1-1. Foul was on Trey Elder, his second. Chandler Pribble is going to go to the free throw line and shoot a free throw. See, I know everybody's last name.
Right.
But unfortunately, there's 3 Locketts, so you can't do that. And there's 2 Johnsons. You can't do that.
Did you ever see that Johnny Most video? Former broadcaster for the Celtics. When they were playing a game in Europe, Pribble.
Okay.
The back iron on the free throw. Go ahead. We'll tell the story over the next 3 minutes.
Absolutely. Colby Harrison has it now. For the Generals, we're down under 3 minutes. Altavista leading 56-26. Generals have the basketball. Bounce pass back to Harrison. Harrison surveying the defense. Now he'll drive to the basket. Pulls up from about 7 feet. Jump shot's no good. Rebounds loose. Eric Poindexter has it for the Colonels. Bounce pass ahead to Short. Gives it back to Eric Poindexter. Great ball movement there, but the layup wouldn't go in. And the Generals collect that board and go the other way. Here comes Harrison. Right-hand dribble. Away from his body a little bit. Gets it to Slayton. Back to Harrison. Cross court to Elder. Bounce pass now to Slayton. Harrison's got it back for the Generals. He's thinking about a three-pointer. He's thinking about dribbling. Showcasing the crossover. Not really gaining any ground. 5-second call probably could have been administered there. But he gives it up, and now he's got it right back. Eyeing the basket. Backs inside. Now he kicks it out to Mateo Lockett. Mateo Lockett doing the same thing. Backing his man down in the paint. Now he'll pass it away. There's Elder. There's Harrison. Under 2 minutes to play now. 56-26. Altavista leads. Running jump shots good by Colby Harrison. Good job by the Generals to take their time breaking down Altavista's defense. Poindexter will baseball pass it ahead to McClure, whose three-pointer's no good. Pribble got a rebound, but he's laying on the floor. Go ahead, Bob.
All right, I'll get a quick part in.
Yes.
Celtics went over to Europe to play in that McDonald's game like they used to do early season. And Johnny Most, longtime radio voice for the Celtics. It's one of the best there is, right up there with Chickern. But, he had a problem pronouncing the last names from some of the European guys. So he's like, now to the little guard, Obradovic. Kicks it in there to the big fella. Now out to the lefty. So that's what you need to do.
Yep. You can always give a guy a nickname. William Campbell's got the basketball. I remember the Johnny Most thing when he was broadcasting against the Detroit Pistons, when the Pistons had the rough and tumble bad boys of the late 80s, early 90s, and he talked about what a vile disgrace it was to the game of basketball.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the steal.
Well, I remember the steal, but I remember him describing the Pistons. Eric Poindexter's got a steal. Going to get it ahead to Josh Walker. Walker slams it home. That was a rim-rocking dunk from Josh Walker, coming in transition off a great steal from Eric Poindexter. Walker proves that there's still some crowd to this life. The Altavista fans haven't left the building yet. We're under a minute to play in this one.
Double dribble.
Double dribble by John Davis. Will turn the ball back to Altavista. So 2 dunks on the night, Bob. Josh Walker really bringing home bacon with that one.
Adding some crowd to the life.
Easy for you to say.
Oh, man, this is great stuff.
Eric Poindexter, crossover dribble. Lost it momentarily.
Game man being up here with you.
Lost his footing. We are having a good time. Colonels are having a good time on the court. They lead 58-28. I don't think anybody could have predicted the margin was going to be this wide.
And I don't think they'll shoot again.
They may not. We're down to 26 seconds. Eric Poindexter lost the handle, dribbled it out of bounds.
I might still be right.
You may still be right. William Campbell's going to have the basketball. They'll have another chance to score. 23.8 seconds left.
Stay tuned after the game.
Absolutely. Subway post-game show is going to be a fun one.
I think there's some legit debate for player of the game.
There certainly is. Malik Slayton, turnaround jumper from 15 feet. That was nice. He knocked it down. 58-30 now. We're under 10 seconds. 6 seconds to be exact. Poindexter's just going to get it across the timeline. He gets it to Josh Walker, and Walker's just going to hold it. Doesn't even look at the basket. There's the final buzzer. Altavista, a big winner in this one, 58-30. Subway post-game show on the way. Don't change the radio dial. You've got it tuned to 105.5 KD Country.